And hello, and welcome to a
Hi.
much longly awaited new episode of
Wait, hold on.
Community oh,
This is not my face. This is my face.
Community
Hi.
D&D Shadow Crew Adventures, Dragon of Icespire Peak. Um,
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
uh, I am your host for tonight and the Dungeon Master, Shadow Mage. Um, and with me are the lovely members of the Shadow Crew.
Are we
Um,
lovely? That's just outright wrong.
And I'm forgetting how to run a stream. Since we are on Arv and Aron's channel, be sure to check out all of Arv stuff. You can do exclamation point Arv things to get most of Arv's things. You can do exclamation point Arv shop to get to the merchandise shop. You can do exclamation point Icarus to find out more about uh, Arv's graphic novel. Exclamation point library to learn more about his 5e sourcebook with lots of contributions from other authors. Tripping over my words tonight. You can do exclamation point Greyshade KS to learn more about the upcoming Greyshade Literary Universe Kickstarter happening sometime soon, probably in the new year. Anyway, um, you can do exclamation point. Um,
Can you hear me?
Not really. It's
Yeah,
very
no.
It's a
muffled.
bit muffled.
Well,
uh,
that's a lot of shit.
of course. And of course, we want to do exclamation point BLM for Black Lives Matter because we want to continue to assert and affirm the importance of Black lives. And this is it's important to our community that we continue to support that. And of course, exclamation point help now for mental health assistance and
Yes,
suicide
I need help
prevention
now.
um, links and information there. So because um, that's also important stuff. Um, but of course, this is our community D&D or Shadow Crew Adventures. Um, and it's been a while. It's been probably about a month since our last session. So, but first we will do some introductions of uh, who all of the lovely, or I don't know, who all of the crew below me are. Starting with right below me,
The Shadow Crew.
yeah, the Shadow Crew. Rock God, would you please introduce yourself and tell everybody out there in Twitch watching land who the character is that you play in this campaign?
Hey, everybody. I am Rock God. Usually you can find me over there, or maybe it's over. I can never forget.
That way.
I think it's that way.
Oh,
I think it's that
and
way.
I have people in
Good
the wrong
enough.
spot.
They have me in the wrong spot. Oh man.
No, I have you in the right spot, but I need to switch Echo and Hoodie.
Yeah, I'll
That's
do
all
a
right.
bunch of damage. That's fine. I'm cool with that.
But anyway, I'm Rock God. Usually a mod over there in the chat on Friday and Saturday nights. Every other Wednesday here.
No.
You can also find me at mdrewzion on Instagram because I like to take pictures sometimes. And I am playing Malakal Morodin, the Wood Elf Ranger. And since we have some viewers now that we didn't have um, towards the beginning of our stream,
Yep.
I thought it would be cool if we actually described our characters. Because I think some of the viewers have no idea what we look like. So I will say Malik is about 6'1". He's incredibly tall, unusually tall for a wood elf, which uh, that has no backstory or anything. There's no reason. I'm very short in real life, so I like to play very tall characters. Like that's my fantasy, is to just be 6'1". So Malik is 6'1", brown hair, green eyes, wears nice travelers uh, outfit, um, maybe a little out of date, maybe like 10 years out of date, but still like kind of nice. Um, got two big gauntlets, um, and bracers. He's got on his right side, he's got two mundane short swords that are very ornate, that are almost identical. One has a black pommel, one has a white pommel. On his other side, he has a scimitar. On his back, he has a big ass dragon longsword and a shield. Over one shoulder, he has a regular wooden bow. And over the other shoulder, he has an extremely, very pretty, doesn't look like his kind of style. Maybe it was something that was given to him by somebody, a quiver. And on his belt, he has a like a clockwork amulet.
Is it orange?
And that's what Malik looks like. It's gold.
Uh,
Well, it's not gold. It's probably copper, but it's gold-ish.
Might as well call it for the clockwork orange.
All right. Well, thank you, Rock God. We'll move on down to. Are we still calling you Hoodie?
Yeah.
Mr. Oh my God, a truck.
The naming conventions got away from me 7 years ago when I started streaming, and they're never going to come back. So
I have designated you for Emo Phillips.
Yeah, I'm still Hoodie, though I stream on Oh My God, a Truck, and I'm the only person that streams there. So I'm also, I don't know, it's fine. I'll stay with Hoodie. We couldn't get Beardo's name to not ever be Beardo, so I don't know. I give up. Whatever the internet wants to call me at this point. Hey, I play an ASMR.
I've been calling you Hoodie since 2014, so.
Well, yeah, so that's just it. Is like I'm not gonna just immediately be like, that's not my name anymore. I take it back. Yeah, I played that long thing that I was desperately trying to memorize and get out before I forgot it. I'm a warlock of some variety. Isel Mowgli. I guess to follow in Rock God's lead, Isel Mowgli is rather shorter than average person. See, I'm short in real life, and I actually like playing short characters. I don't know why. I just am comfortable, I guess, in the short department. About 5'5". He is very fair-skinned, has like dull, almost tinny platinum blonde hair. Like it's bright, but it feels like the sheen is gone. It is very long. He keeps it back in a tight ponytail with kind of unkempt bangs that he doesn't really seem to care about as long as they don't cover his eyes that fall into his face. Underneath those bangs, dull purple eyes kind of are darting across books constantly, not really ever looking directly at people. Very, standardized features. Doesn't really ever seem to pay attention to his looks, so there is occasionally stubble where there shouldn't be, but mostly it's a patchy beard that grows in before it's quickly shaved off with a prestidigitation spell. He wears very lazily layered white robes that looks like they started to just hide the amount of books and give himself more pockets to hide books in, and white was just the preferred color. That underneath hide a large golden chain that's been wrapped around himself several times, linking to his one large Pact of the Tome book that is this very ornate, richly bound leather, gold trim, screws and metal and all types of finery, inlays and whatnot. Very old, musty tome that he carries around and always seems to be reading. He also carries a whole bunch of bags, like really just so many pockets inside of these robes. Can't understate it. They're all covered with, all filled with books and various spell components and just bits of pieces of parchment that he's found and just shoved in. And various magical items that he now has just wrapped around him. I think at this point, he gave away the axe, but I still have the Frostbrand sword somewhere slung over my back. I have the robe of snakes. I have the crown of greed. I have a couple of amulets just haphazardly thrown around the neck. It's a nightmare. And it really is function over form just to be able to read comfortably. Everything is styled around that. And yeah, that's Isel in a nutshell.
Thank you very much for that description.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So, and below Hoodie is Echo Alpha underscore X5.
That is not horrible.
So, do you want to tell everybody about your character? It doesn't have to be as in depth as everyone else, but if you don't want to, but
Well, hi, I'm X5, and I've been here on and off, and Arvin is in chat, so hi Arvin, and
aha, there he is. Yep.
Arvin, stop working. Well, do keep working, but man, take a break once in a while. I know you had a sabbatical, but come on, man, you gotta keep it easy, man. That's everyone's gonna get burned out, man, so fast. Like I am about to be. We don't know. But yeah, I am. Pardon me. Ugh. I am, yeah, X5. I'm a part of the Arvenals channel. Well, Arvenals community and a part of the stream team and everything. Well, this group, I mean. And yeah, I'm a bit fatigued because it's been a while since we're doing this introductions and whatever. So yeah. But I will be playing a character who has a mysterious origin, who has a mysterious background, who you don't actually know at all what he looks like. Because he is an assassin. But yeah, I'm going to be role playing as Roderick Rohaven, who is currently a human rogue assassin. And currently we are having some debates, as it seems. I have been told by my party here. So we'll see what shenanigans we're going to come up with tonight. And beyond that, currently he is roughly 6'2", black-haired, and black armor, and he has a little furry friend on the shoulders in the hood, whose name is Sunio. That's Sunyo. And I think I forgot to mention your pet, Hoodie. Your lizard.
Oh no, I don't think he's an octopus anymore, which is why I would forget to mention him.
You changed him back.
Oh yeah, speaking of, we got a raid from Bitterman.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Hello,
There's a raid from Bitterman.
Hi. I may have sort of been his stream and moderator and told him to come over here because I didn't forgive him otherwise.
Well, thank you. Yeah, lovely to have some raiders come in. Welcome to not Arv streaming. This is the Shadow Crew Adventures. We're just right in the middle of some intros and character descriptions.
Uh-huh. Are you keeping up with the Bitterman? Because the Bitterman is keeping up with you. Oh, good lord, I'm hitting myself. No.
All right.
I don't like hitting myself on the stream. But yes, welcome, Raiders.
So Roderick is tall, black hair, black armor, has a rat named Sunyo. Anything else that...
I have been the max damage dealer on this entire party ever since we started the campaign.
Yep.
Fair. It's true.
I think there was one fireball that came close because it hit a lot of things. Other than that,
are you thinking of Grace's fireball with the spiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of spiders killed in a singular fireball.
Yeah, that was worth it. So yeah.
Otherwise, Roderick, formerly known as Shakunis or whatever, Roderick anyway, has like with sneak attack, critical hits, like 50 plus damage. It's insane.
And I still have to ask because I can never remember. I have tried to write it down, like no. And good night to Coffee Casual, who is also the Mrs. Bitterman. And yeah, I am part of this fantastic community. I am part of also Bitterman's community as a moderator over there. That will be my 7th or 8th sword. Because yeah, I work on Twitch, basically. That's my life. Beyond that, I do various clips. I make various films happen at our culture center here in locally. And I recently took a 3 Tuesday course in photography, which Rock will be happy to know.
Nice.
and we displayed like 8 or 10 pictures at an aspect ratio over 3:2 on a A2 sized paper, and I will be soon going over there to pick mine down. I will show it to you on the next cast, which will be in 2 weeks. But yeah, not enough about me. Now, has I put it had behaved last time?
Hi, I'm Triffid. I'm a journalist in real life. I do podcasting for fun. My most recent appearances have been on SFF Audio. I play Grace of the Refreshing Breeze, a Tabaxi bard. I'm
Jeez.
about as tall as Roderick and Malik, but much, much skinnier. And like most cats, Grace can also compact into a smaller, shorter, denser thing, or stretch out farther. And you'll see, her fur is dappling of brown and yellow and occasional hints of orange with black patches also. Rapier is the primary weapon, but you'll also see several musical instruments strapped to her back, a shawm and a lute, and there's a drum somewhere in her backpack. Most of the time she seems fairly happy-go-lucky, but recent sessions have revealed that there's quite a bit of tension going on with her family, whom she has left behind somewhere.
Oh yeah, which was a bit clear during some session ago.
So, let's play.
And welcome to the Shadow Crew Adventures. Let the adventure commence.
All right.
The shadow speaks.
Thank you, everyone, for those lovely introductions. Echo is going to be on me. I use the word lovely too much, apparently. To kind of recap, especially for some of those raiders who are maybe hopefully sticking around.
And for us.
Yes.
No, it's
It
for the
has
Raiders.
been a month.
Wink.
In most recent history, i.e. last session, the party had gone from the Tower of Storms on the coast to Adabra's south of Phandalin in order to get her to create something that could cure petrification, like turn to stone, out of basilisk blood that they had found in some of the loot out at the Tower of Storms. And they wanted this cure because they wanted to take it over to the Woodland Manse, where there had been another party of adventurers who had been turned to stone. And so then they got that cure from Adabra, and they came out to the Woodland Manse, which is way out to the northeast, away from Phandalin, off in Neverwinter Wood. And then they were able to apply this kind of poultice to the petrified other adventurers, and they turned back to flesh. They got depetrified, and then the party was kind of giving them the lowdown on what they were up to and asking them if maybe they could help them out with their quest to now maybe go kill the dragon. And right when we had kind of ended off last time, the sorceress of the other party, who is an Asamar, she was saying that they had a divinely appointed other mission. And that was basically right where we left off. Now, of course, there's a much more grandiose further history of the party.
You really had to use that word, didn't you?
Which
Grandiosa. That's actually a pizza here in Norway.
Oh, yeah. Lots of adventures in a kind of a gnome stronghold, an abandoned dwarven stronghold, an archaeological dig at an
Temple?
dwarven temple. Lots of run-ins with stuff out in the plains and the woodlands. There was a friendly centaur that they all thought was really suspicious. Um, Lots of interactions with the cowardly townsmaster of Phandalin. Harbin and Isel do not get along, but um,
I get along great with him. He does not get along with me. That's the
Oh, yeah, to say the least. Well, the problem is we can't do it when Grace is around. We have to lure her away.
just to catch back up a little bit. Isel's on the back foot here because Tressel is a super outgoing individual who seems to be very extroverted. Correct? Do I remember that dynamic correctly?
yeah, she's very bubbly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-oh.
can you lead me in with some type of opening line of them saying that they cannot help?
Well, so she said that that they had this divinely appointed other mission, and then you said, "Well, I bought us some time. I bought some cows." And then I said,
Right.
"And then we will continue next time."
So I say that, and then I open my book, and I've been scribbling in it, so the ink is still on the quill, and I scribble in it again, and I write in the book, tell them to help, and then I just hold the book up to her, like vertical wise with it splitting in half, and I just say, see,
and she kind of like peers in at the book and where you've written in, and then like some text seems to start to fade in, and she's like, "I can't read it. I don't understand. What's going on?"
right? I forgot. You can't. No one else. Okay. And then I turn the book around and I read it out loud to her.
Okay, yeah, and so the text that is actually faded in actually says, "The paths of your two parties align for the time being."
So I shut the book with a thud. There we go. You're helping us kill a dragon. Done. Okay, we're done here. And then I start to exit.
Right. I'm going to jump in here.
Okay.
We did not free you with the expectation of a reward, but it certainly seems fair that you would consider diverting to help us for a while. I'm not sure what your mission is or how timely it may be, but the dragon has been menacing this area for quite some time. And even if you don't feel quite up to the warrior skills of some of our party, you could certainly provide something in the nature of a distraction or something like that. We are a small party of 4 for fighting a dragon, but something that you could do could possibly be of great help and tip the balance for us. So let's discuss this further. And let me roll persuasion
Sure.
and see how that does.
After
Well,
she
I'm telling
says
them-
that, I'll say, "I bet this big guy wants to bash some," and I'll point at the
The Goliath Barbarian.
Goliath. Yeah.
Thragos Oak Smasher.
So that's a 19 persuasion.
Yeah. So Thragos has actually been looking very contemplative, and he actually does he actually does like look over at Tressel, and he's like, he kind of like speaks in his rumbly voice, saying, I do feel that we should help these folks who have rescued us. Tressel, Elsara, Chet, I think it would, like, we are on this mission to try and find out more about this cult of Talos and eradicate them from the region. Perhaps there is more to do with these foul, evil worshippers that are along the same traveling paths as these folks towards the mountains.
As it happens, we've had quite a few encounters with the cult of Talus, and we would be glad to share our knowledge with you, especially if you would share your help with us.
And Elsara, the elven ranger, pipes up, saying, "Oh, that is excellent. We would appreciate to know whatever information you would be willing to share with us. I think one of the stops on our list was going to be to head out to the coast to a tower out there, a lighthouse."
Well, we killed
As
everything
it
there.
happens, we've taken care of that problem for you already.
There's a man with a whole chest.
Yes, a man with a hole in his chest. They were doing some ritual of great power that involves green glowing light everywhere, and it seemed to be getting stronger and stronger and drawing a cataclysm of a storm. But we managed to stop it, to stop that spell, and we've cleansed the area, and so the lighthouse on the coast is now no longer a problem.
Yeah, what they did was they took out his art, right, and they put it up in the light where the lighthouse was. It was quite amazing. I would have never guessed that that's what they had done.
I take out a piece of paper and I start unfolding it. I'm like, look, I drew a picture, and it's like a very bad stick figure with just a hole where the chest should be. I'm just showing it's like this, and I put my hand through it. It was very weird.
So, what's the circle, the black circle here? What's that?
Oh, that was a kind of like a it was
An area of effect?
yeah, there was like a ritual circle drawn on the floor in mud.
I got 3 charges of lightning bolt, correct?
You did. You used one of them.
I used one of them. Easel's gonna be along with the man with no heart. There was also a shrine there that allowed you to gain access to their power, and I'm not entirely sure if it was for good or ill, but I mean, I can do this now, and then I shoot a lightning bolt through the wall, because remember, we were having trouble navigating through here because of the plant. So mechanically, I would love to blow a hole in this wall, but also I want to show them that we've been there and done that. So
I'm pretty sure
I'd walk over.
Text as written of the spell for
If I shoot it like right here, I can't just blow a hole through a wall real quick.
Well, I thought you were aiming at the plant.
Oh no, I don't want to. I want to find a way to not engage the plant.
Oh, okay. Lightning.
I would hope that I could blow through 2 walls, but I know that that's very ambitious of me.
Wait, which wall are you trying to go through?
This one. Actually, I could blow.
Why not go through this one?
Yeah, I'll do. Well, the pumpkins, I guess. Yeah, you know what? I'll help. I'm scared to do it so close to. Yeah, I'll walk to like right here.
Oh, so like out the window.
Thread that needle. Yeah.
Okay.
Blow a hole through the window that we can all walk through, so we don't have to. Oh, am I gonna hit a pumpkin? I don't know about any of this. I've committed. I'm shooting a lightning bolt.
All right.
Issa would want the evidence. He believes he's presenting the evidence.
Well, as Isol prepares to do the lightning bolt, Roderick doesn't notice, and he just shrugs because he knows what Issa does. Well, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
100 feet long. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And have we ever during a campaign came across anything about the Cult of Thanos at all?
The cult of Talos.
Talos, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the cult of Talos, you basically really only know of them from your like run-ins with them, because like they were responsible for the lightning boar, and like the Tower of Storms, and like they seem to be this cult of half orcs and orcs and maybe some humans. You don't know that for sure. You haven't run into any of those yourselves, but that's the rumor you've heard. And they've kind of just been like in the area. And
Didn't they also set the trap with those giant insects that attacked the logging camp?
Yeah.
I think there were some
yes.
runes carved in the wood or something.
Yeah,
also
they
have
left the little
effigies.
dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. They left the
Yes.
little dolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we've had direct or indirect run-ins with them at least 3 times.
And we just saved the necks right now, didn't we?
Yeah. Or well, like so the other party is like hunting the cult of Talos. Like so like they're yeah. So like you basically done their work for them. If that's what you're getting at.
I am wondering, adventurers, what do you know of the larger goals of this cult of Talos? Because we've only encountered them and fought them, but if you know anything about what they're really trying to do, I, for one, am very curious about that.
Okay, you want me to do this before Isol blasts the hole through the window?
Yeah, Iso's gonna step up and pretty much just say, "We have proof that we fought them. Here it is," and blast the lightning bolt out of his hand. Something he knows he can't do naturally, but no one else would understand any reason for that. But he believes it to be proof. So yeah.
Because anyways, when you do that, so like you send out like the lightning bolt like out of the window, and like it like strikes through like the brush and out into the forest, and it starts lighting stuff on fire.
And before that happens, although Roger just he just straightens up from the wall and walks, and goes.
Now, as far as Grace's query, Elsara will probably come forward and say, well, we really only know of them from like them becoming like a menace in the area, and occasionally Tressel gets some crazy little voice inside of her head that says like, oh, let's go this way.
So what you're saying is that you have no idea who gave you this quest, and if you really want to triumph and destroy the cult of Thanos, it would be most wise to accept our assistance. For we have done and plundered, well, not plundered, but wandered through most of this region and come across numerous ruins and markers and several orcs. And while perhaps this dragon may not be a part of this cult, I, Malik, and Isel, we have a debt to pay. For we lost something for which that was greater than our blades or lives. And I lost something that was dear to my own heart. I would advise you to take upon the acceptance of our offer and help us, because I am willing to slay all of you right here, right now, if you do not help us.
Wait, no. That's...
I don't want to kill
a
anyone.
problem with
Please don't
that.
kill me also.
They may be self-centered enough not to help us. That is yet to be determined. But that's not something worthy of you killing them. Just
Well,
because,
if she's
I
following
mean,
a voice, she's following the book voice. And I just point at my book. And my book said to go there. So she's going to follow us? I just look at her questioningly. Keeping an eye on the fire outside also.
I mean,
So-
the villagers weren't much help, and in fact, we had to spend time helping them. But we don't go killing them just because they're not joining us on our quest. That would be wrong.
Yeah, who is this that I'm standing right next to?
That would be Thragos.
Thrago. I'm gonna lean into Thragos and go. He's a little high strung. You just, maybe just gloss over some of the things that well, 90% of it was right, but there's a little bit at the end.
And so, Isel had kind of asked Tercel kind of like something there about about like if they're coming along on the same path, right? So Tercel would say, would pipe up and say, well, I think there was one other lead maybe that we were trying to track down. Chet, where was that encampment that we had thought we had heard of? And so then Chet, their halfling rogue down in the bottom left there, kind of pipes up and he says, yeah, well, apparently they did have an encampment up in the mountains. So it does seem like it's true that our paths do align. Like that's the only other lead we kind of really had to go on. If these folks have indeed taken care of the lead at the lighthouse.
Do you have a map?
He asked rather crudely and just outright disruptive because he is very much like he wants to move on. He wants to kill a dragon because Roderick feels like we have gone everywhere now and we are still nowhere closer to actually trying to hunt down the dragon and end this once for all.
So he does pull out a map to try and give you an idea of where they think this encampment is supposed to be. So I will just switch us over to...
Do you have any icons we could see of the ruins that we saw in the... Oh, help me out, Polly. Where we counted the spiders and all that. It was
The abandoned dwarven mine? Or fortress?
fortress, yeah, I think so. That one, yeah.
I'm afraid I don't remember what it was called. It was to the south.
The Dwarven Fortress was Axholm. It should be on this map
That's
here.
Yeah, it might be that one, yeah.
Oh yeah, super south.
So he pulls out a map and he kind of points to a location kind of partway into the mountains, but not quite to Icespire Peak. That's right about... Oh, is that? Yeah, right around there.
Where was the mound that we found the first Thunderboar at?
Oh, the
That
Thunderboar?
was kind of on the northern edge of the forest, I think.
Yeah. So if you... Okay, I will... That's way up.
That was way up here, wasn't it?
Yep, there it is. Circle of Thunder. That's it there.
So, is that marked on their map?
No, because they
Okay.
if they hadn't got turned to stone, they would have found about it from here.
Right. I would lean over and just point it out. We also took care of some right there. There was a big lightning boar, a thunder. There's a big pig animal, I think.
Do we have a map?
Yep, you got there was a map found here in the woodland mats that took you to the Circle of Thunder.
Well, that's a lovely triangle that they make. Well, I'm sure that has nothing to do with anything.
So, and then now there's still like this like very small like little fires burning out on the edge of like the window and the bush outside. Like there's like the edge of one pumpkin got scorched from Isel's lightning bolt.
It's not setting. It's not spreading. The fire isn't spreading, though, right?
No, it's quickly dying out. Like nothing's
Okay.
like staying like and roaring into more fire. It's just kind of like got charred and is kind of like burning away a little bit, but that's about it.
If I can take a look at this map, how many days travel does this place that they are interested in look like it is?
Oh, so it's
Their
from
map, not the one we're looking at right
We
now.
have to go all the way back to Icespire, pretty much, right?
yeah. So it's from where you are currently. It would be almost due south, but like traveling directly due south is maybe wouldn't be easy. Um, if you were to go back along the trail, and then to get up into the mountains, that looks like it would be. Horses. Well, but they don't have horses. So you folks with your horses could probably get there in 2 days. Without horses, it's probably more like 3 days.
Okay. I'm assuming we have enough supplies and things to be on the road for 3 days without any problem.
Yeah.
We could also probably cut the time down if we doubled up on the horses.
Oh, fine.
Yes, yes, Cecil.
And then Thragos kind of like scratches his chin. He's like, I'd be worried about that horse. Might not withstand me and someone else.
Well, if we take our time and go in 3 days, we'll all be reasonably fresh when we get there, rather than trying to push our new companions and get there in 2 days.
Did buy a cow, so we do have time.
2 cows.
That's right. So 2 days. Well, 3 days. It depends on whether or not it eats at night, I guess. Well, we should go now. Standing around here and talking about it seems to be getting us nowhere, and we seem to be going in the same direction, at least for now. Hopefully, we can talk all of you up to the peak after we find whatever it is in the mountains, and I'll just start walking out of the hole in the window.
What time of day is it, Shadow?
That's a good question. I believe it would be early to mid-afternoon.
Alright, should we travel at night again to minimize the chance of being spotted by the dragon? Or do you want to go during the day when we can see a little better and travel a little faster?
I think the sooner we go, the sooner we get there. I say we go now.
On board with that.
Very well.
I say by dawn.
Well, we could push through the night and then rest at dawn.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure to get here you were coming here from Adabra's, you had to take one rest overnight, I believe, kind of near the edge of the woods, or between the trail and the woods, and then you got here. So
That sounds right.
All right.
This party, is it the same party that we encountered further back during the campaign? We were going up to the hunting lodge and we encountered the party that was coming to town, to Vanillin.
Or, well, you were, to my recollection at least, I'm pretty sure of this, you guys were, the party was in town, checking out quests, and you saw this other party leave town.
Yeah, but what is the same party as the one we're talking to right now?
Yes, that is the same party.
They went north when we went south, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. And they were actually on their way here, and then because no one had heard from them, and so then It was when you guys, when the party finally got here, you found out that they had been turned to stone.
Yeah, Shakuna's just nudges his head towards Malak, Isel, and Grace, and like, come over here.
I lean in.
Way out a window. So I'm like,
Yeah,
Um,
I think Isel might have missed that because I think he already jumped
Yeah.
out the window.
He did.
He sighs heavily. I'd rather we go there. The opening character is killing the throat.
Apologies if that rumbling is coming through on my mic. Can you hear that at all?
Not me.
very, very softly.
Okay.
That's not really anything.
There is a laundry machine on the other side of my wall that is just kind of going hard. Anyway.
We'll pretend it's thunder. It's like rolling thunder off in the distance.
Yep.
So, I think we should go during the dawn. Because I want to see the reactions in case we encounter the dragon again.
Very well. We'll go until night and then to camp. And then start again in the dawn. We'll go as far as we can and find a good camping spot.
Okay. Sure.
Shakuna just nods and just he starts. He leaves to start packing up his things and up on his horse.
So are you going to try and offer to double up on horses, or what's the thought process here?
Shakunas is not going to do that because he doesn't trust anyone. Oh, why not? I'll go along with that.
Isel's gonna try and get on the horse and be real bad at it, and then just kind of sigh. I mean, I don't really want to walk, but I don't really take up much of a horse, so I guess if someone needs it, I can, I don't know, fly or something fun like that.
Or levitate with your legs crossed.
That'd be great if I could just levitate and be pulled. the true next level.
I can switch half and half with one of the walkers.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea, is just kind of trade off. So
That way
we
no
can-
one gets too tired.
Yeah.
They appreciate this plan, and they're quite willing to go along with it. And so you can. All right. So you're all heading out then, I guess, unless someone
Yep.
says otherwise.
Do we need to take a short rest first, or are we all good? I'm good on hit points, at least.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
All right. I think we already gave them something to drink and some food, some
Yeah.
rations, right?
Yep. You
Okay.
did.
Well
Pocket
then.
bacon was offered.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, off we go then.
All right. So, I just want to clarify the route taking. So you could, like, you're not trying to go directly south, or did you actually want to do that? I'm just not clear on that.
I'd say from the Woodland Manse directly south to here to the trail and then down that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds fine.
Okay. All right. So regular walking speed, more or less. So you could get to about this far if you're coming out that way.
Well, let's camp under the shadow of the trees.
Yep. Which is like basically exactly what you had done last time on your way
Mhm.
here.
First, we're the Shadow Crew. Duh. Also, Rockad, that chair where you're sitting in, that's squeaking.
Yep.
That just makes my current chair all the more proud. Because, and I apologize to you all Americans and Canadians, but I weigh over 150 kilograms, and this chair can only handle 130, so I'm 20 overweight for this chair, and I've been sitting in it for 2 years, and it hasn't fallen apart at all. So
Oh, we can all just pretend it's the leather of the saddles creaking as we ride.
Yeah, exactly.
good lord.
All right, I have consulted the virtual dice for the fates of possible things that happen, and nothing happens. So you have an uneventful rest on the edge of the forest.
Yep, but they could just feel the stare from Roderick.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to take watch with one of the people from the other party.
Okay. So Thragos would offer to go first. So
That's the
the
Goliath.
Yep.
So, what exactly did you find when you got to the mountains? Like, I know you found the cultists, but what exactly were they doing?
Well, they were trying to make this place a lair. There was some kind of ritual going on. There was, and then we had kind of like found the cultist in that room that you found us in, and then a lightning bolt hit the manse, and then there was some kind of magic that happened, and then we were stuck as statues until you rescued us.
And what exactly were you lot doing before all this?
Well, we had kind of come together as a group of ragtag adventurers. Trisselle has that, voice in her head that tells her occasionally about like things that she has to do, or like that the voice wants her to do, and so then it seemed like a decent idea just to kind of Elsara, she knows the area well, being a hunter in the area and all that kind of stuff, and anyway, so like it seemed like a good idea to kind of like group up and look after some of these problems that have been going on in the area, and then we got on this trail of these cultists, and then it kind of that was about it, really.
Sarah ever give a name to that voice in her head?
Well, she explained that it's some celestial that she's distantly related to, or like she's like a descendant of it or something. I don't think she ever really actually said a name, but like obviously like she has the magical power from it or whatever, from the bloodline. So
Yeah, gods and stuff. I don't really understand it either.
Yeah. Just, give me something to smack with my hammer.
Right. Right. And I'll look off in the distance and go, oh, why did I get stuck with the dumbest one? And we will continue the rest of our watch.
Okay. Anyone else have anything that they want to do or bring up during this rest?
I'm here.
I'll pair up with the effervescent sorceress, and try to get her talking about herself and her experience with the voice. I'm hoping that I can apply some of this knowledge to Isil's situation in the future.
Okay. 'Kay.
Who is probably Q.
So I guess that would probably be second watch when Malak and Thragos then kind of like turn in, and then Grace and Tressel will then take watch,
Mm-hmm.
and Tressel kind of like comes and like sits beside Grace and kind of like peers out towards like the trail and whatever, and then says, "Ah, so you're uh, 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 uh you, you do you have family around here?"
Uh, Grace hisses a little bit. No, actually, I do have family, but they are quite far from here at the moment.
Oh, so how far away? Like over the seas, far away, or well, way off to the north? Are they in Icewind Dale? Surely they're not in Icewind Dale. Or maybe are they far to the south? Are they in Calamshan?
No, not in Calamshire. That's well, I suppose there might be some there, but none that I'm closely related to. And again, there would be some far across the water that I am not closely related to. But my clan is in the forests north of here is where they cluster, but some of them range quite widely, and it's possible that they would be encountered down here. But I haven't seen any of them in quite a while.
Oh, oh.
How about you?
I
What is
see.
your family situation?
I was an orphan. I got uh, yeah. I was an orphan in Neverwinter. I'm not quite really sure what exactly happened to my parents. I just remember being very young and living on the streets, and then but eventually someone realized that I had magical talent, and I got taken in to um, uh, a school for talented youngsters of some kind with magic, and they started to help train me in magic, and then I realized that I have this voice in my head that occasionally speaks to me and tries to guide me on the right thing to do, and so then I've kind of just been trying to find the right thing to do and listen to the voice and help people and try and use my magic to like go around and defeat evil or whatever it is.
Well, that certainly sounds like a laudable goal. I'm curious, did this voice always talk to you and you just didn't understand it until the magical training, or did it come to you after you began training?
I'm, I think it was maybe around the same time that I first kind of started to realize that I could, tug on the weave, um, and then there's kind of like this and it wasn't really like a voice at first. It was kind of like almost just like kind of like a suggestion that kind of like came with like a golden aura that I could kind of like sense in the back of my head.
Interesting. And how do you know that its goals align with yours of helping people?
Oh, it said so. It implied like it. Oh no. I think you've just given me an existential crisis.
Oh, good lord.
It need not be a question you answer immediately. Perhaps something to ponder on. And if it's helping you to help people, that's probably a good thing. But just don't always, when it tells you to do something, maybe stop and think for a few minutes.
It always just kind of seemed to have the like a friendly presence, and it seemed to, like it's never told me to hurt anyone. It's only ever tried to get me to help people. I
That's
think.
good. That's good. Then maybe there's nothing to worry about. I was just curious. Isel,
And it's like she
Isel
kind of like
doesn't-
starts to pout and does like, and kind of starts to stare off into the distance.
can't decide whether to keep talking to her or let her think. Well, I let her
No, keep digging that hole. That's great.
I let her think about it for like 5 minutes or so, and then I start up again. Really, I don't mean to make you question your whole mode of adventuring, your way of being. I just wanted. I was curious, but if, as you say, it has always helped you, the presence has always helped you to help other people. That's a good thing. That's a good sign. So it's probably fine. I just curiosity is one of my besetting sins, and I was just curious how it worked. I don't think you need to feel bad.
Yeah, I appreciate that sentiment. Yeah, it was kind of a shock there when you kind of made me realize that maybe I had been too overly trusting of its guidance. But I think I'm all good. And then she just kind of like flashes a big smile.
Very well. Good. I don't say anything further unless she brings something up. I'm going to sit with my back to you so we can be looking in different directions. We'll be better sentries that way instead of both staring in the same direction.
Sounds good.
And so I turn around.
All right.
Sometime later, after the third watch goes out, can I call Hemingway back from that tree where I just listened to all the conversations happen?
Okay.
And then just shake my head and continue reading my book. Just fully blown away by her naivety about this ancient deity that supposedly channels through her. Also, I would like to be invisible whenever she enters or exits the camp. I don't want to be visible. I don't want to accidentally strike up a conversation because I'm up all night. And Isel is very scared of the prospect of being alone with this person.
That's surprising.
No. All right. So I mean, like the rest of the watches and the rest will go uneventfully unless anyone like is trying to do more or try to engage the other party. But they won't necessarily try to engage any of you. They're quite content to try to rest and kind of come to terms with what's going on. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So, dawn breaks. You decamp. And so now you're on the road again. Which means I do a thing.
Over the hills and far away.
Whenever I'm off the horse, I'm going to be walking not directly on the trail, but to the side of the trail a bit. Just trying to minimize. If the dragon comes flying by, I won't be right there.
Wow.
Okay.
When Isel isn't on the horse, he looks miserable because he can't read and walk at the same time. And you see a variety of different things that he tries to do, but he ends up stepping in like horse poop at one point, and then he probably trips and falls at another point. So he ends up just carrying the book like forlornly by his chest when he has to be forced to walk, staring forward, waiting for it to be over.
I was about to say, if you can't read while you walk, you're not trying hard enough. But I guess on a trail in, through the wilderness, that would be different from walking on pavement.
Yeah,
All right.
gotta keep those eyes open.
All right. So you will continue on down the trail. So when you get to about this point here, do you want to kind of try continuing to follow the trail? Like, did you want to try and stop in Fandolin, or do you want to cut across to try and get down to the mountains? Like, kind of going
All the
this
people
way.
are moved out of Fandolin now, right?
Yeah.
Right. So there's nothing there except shelter if we wanted it. But I personally would rather keep going towards our goal rather than stopping in Fandolin.
Okay.
Yeah, I said we cut right across.
All right. Because then, kind of like, you would kind of get right to the base of the mountains, in between the hills and the mountains there. Right, kind of at about, twilight.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think having gone through a day's travel, we should probably stop and rest here rather than trying to press on to this site that we're about to explore.
Well, how far away is it?
It's pretty close. A few more hours, probably.
I mean, if any of
I'll
these...
go if you want to. Maybe it would be safer to just keep on.
Yeah, we might... If we travel for a few more hours in the dark, then maybe we can get the jump on whoever's at this encampment that we're going to.
Well, I
That'll
thought
be-
you were talking about the dragon, and I was going to say, I mean, we can't really jump on the dragon. It's probably going to be a way that we're coming. But that makes way more sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we could always send Hemingway.
I wasn't about walking more, but I'm fine with that.
We're not exhausted or anything, so okay. If you want to press on, I'll press on. How are our little friends doing?
Yep. Everyone's doing well.
Okay.
Oh, are these our little friends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to give them some tokens for something here. Yeah, I guess I'll use that. Doop. Okay, so there is a mountain path leading up into the mountains. From the base of the mountains here, in between the hills. So
Grace, your token?
I'm sorry, what?
Your token?
oh,
Where is
think
my token?
down there?
Do you want an excavation?
I'll move it. There you go. Do you have control of it? Do you see it there now?
There it is. Yes,
Okay.
I see it now. Thanks.
All right.
As we walk, I'm going to lean over to Grace and go, how many of these cultists do you think are at this encampment?
I think we should go very quietly and see how many there are before we rush in.
Yeah, but
Perhaps- How many?
how many do you think?
Oh, with our luck, probably at least a dozen, and the priest or two, or shaman.
So like
I don't-
15?
Who
You're gonna
knows?
go-
Maybe 50. That's why
You're
I
gonna-
think we should sneak up and check before
50?
we don't
That would
know.
that would be a bad day for us.
I
I
think
was
the
gonna
most
say-
I think 20 is the most. 20 or so is the most we've encountered at once.
I was gonna say 10,
Hmm.
and I was gonna bet you 2 gold. Whoever's closer gets the 2 gold. What do you say?
Very well. Over under 15, I'll take over.
All right then.
Can I saddle up? Can I just get a side bet for a Thunderboar? I'd like at least a 1 gold side bet for Thunderboar.
You think there's going to be a Thunderball there?
Yes.
I'll take that. I'll take that
What-
action all day long. Yeah, no, I don't think there's going to be a Thunderball there. You're going to owe
Well,
me a
wait.
gold piece.
Well, why wouldn't there be a Thunderboar? There was a man without a heart in the last one. There's going to be a Thunderboar in this one.
Yeah, right. Well, we already encountered a Thunderball. And then
Yeah,
there was a
so
man
then-
without a heart. So
The
now there's
Thunderball
probably going to
was
be an orc without a head.
summoned. It probably doesn't just stay around all the time. So, but your bet is already covered. So,
We had a man without a heart, a Thunderball, right? Giant worms. I'm guessing, I don't know, Tarask, maybe? Who knows?
Thunderbird? This time?
We had
Maybe bird.
the altar
oh,
But
the
that's-
altar.
at the ruins too. So
Oh yeah, there was the things that they were giant something or others, right? It's hard for me to remember because it feels like it was a year and a half ago that happened.
I'm going to stick with Thunderboar. I think we're due for another one. It's been a bit, and it was scary, and I didn't like it. So there's going to be one here.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that action. Yeah, you're on.
Well, now that that's settled, I think we should decide, are we all going to go to this place, or are we going to send a few quiet scouts to see what's happening? Which would be my preference.
Yeah, I would say that's probably a good idea.
Isol,
So let's
like,
get to, say,
crunches on twigs. Am I not silent enough? Can we not all go?
let's get to within, say, half a mile of this place, and then send 2 or 3 quiet people on.
Well, I
Malik
know
obviously is pretty stealthy.
I can be quite quiet. Roderick, pretty quiet. And I'm guessing our ranger friend here might do well with being quiet.
Very well. If
Unless
want.
you want to go, Grace.
Well, I think 3 would be more than sufficient. The more people who go, the more chance that one of them will make noise. So,
No, I meant you instead of our ranger friend here.
oh, instead.
Yeah.
Well, that would leave Isol and these 4 near strangers.
Right.
Isol could
What am I doing?
You're
stay
making
in
friends.
Here. Yes.
I don't make friends. You know that. I make acquaintances. At best, the best of times is acquaintances. Where's everyone else going? No, hold on. Why can't I? And then I'll fall over on like a stone. Why can't I come? As I step back up and brush everything
nor
off.
do you make any acquaintances either at all.
I'm acquainted with Harbin. Harbin and I are acquaintances.
Why don't... You're both quite perceptive too, aren't you? I think probably just the 2 of you. I think that would probably be the safest course.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Should we tell the others what our plan is?
Yes, we're trying to
Perhaps.
get them to help us. I
It
mean,
depends what they'll tell us. If they'll try and stop us, then
well, then we
well.
would know something, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to try to stop us. They're here to kill these people.
so they
Right.
claim.
Right. Well, I think we should tell them that we're sending 2 ahead to scout, since you 2 fellows are quite quiet and stealthy. And when you have checked the situation without actually attacking anyone, if you can help it, you can come back and tell us how many people are there and what the setup is. Yes?
Yeah, sounds good.
Roger just nods once quietly.
Before you go, I will very quietly chant a song of inspiration for you two.
Ooh, nice.
I'll put Hemingway up on Malik's shoulder. If any trouble happens, just tap him, and then I'll cast something on you that will help you get away.
Sounds good.
Probably. Or I could have fun with it. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. And let me know if there's a Thunderbolt.
There isn't going to be a Thunderbolt.
2 taps.
Right. All right, Roderick, you ready to go in?
Let's do it.
All right. So me and Roderick will continue forward.
Okay. So you're just kind of scouting ahead then, trying to find where the encampment is?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, and it's not always does good teamwork. He's such a goddamn introvert. It's nuts. And is there a word for a gangster for books? Because that's
Here
easy.
for books. A librarian? I mean, that's
No,
the other thing I
no.
can think of.
All right. So there is a chill wind that sweeps through the foothills and the mountains here. And so you continue kind of maybe about an hour down the path. And then at which point you come across, as you make your way across the cold, wind-blown foothills of the Sword Mountains, you happen upon a large, prone creature frozen in a jagged block of ice.
Oh dear.
Can we tell what kind of creature it is?
It is big and ugly. It looks like it was probably like it's solidly encased in like this jagged and pointy block of ice. But from what you can tell, it looks like it was an ogre.
Well, that certainly complicates things.
I think this is the work of the dragon or maybe a magician.
How close do you want to inspect it? Like, if you get up close and try and figure out what's going on, like I could.
Oh yeah, I'll go right up to it.
All right, so give me a survival check.
I'll lick that ice.
Ugh, yee.
Actually, what's the skill of Malek's bow?
What's the?
Yeah, the skill how.
For his bow?
For my
Yep.
bow?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
wait, no. It's a range damage that would constitute dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much is your dexterity?
Uh,
Does Malik have an 18?
my dex is 18.
Roderick's is 20, I believe.
Yep, this one.
Survival,
Oh.
19. All right. That is enough for you to determine that this encasement of ice that killed this ogre happened within the last 24 hours. And it's really only the weather, like the cold, windy part of this area that has kind of kept the ice from thawing too much.
So, he either got attacked by the dragon, which is very likely because it seems like we're pretty close to the dragon's lair, or, like I said, maybe these cultists have some sort of ice magic, and we're quite close to their encampment. What do you say, Roderick? Should we head back, or should we press on a little bit further and see if we can find this place?
Actually, I missed a bit of information there. If you look around the general area, you can see large claw marks like in the ground and like on the edge of the hills and whatever around here too.
Roderick, having looked a second time, I do believe that this perhaps was the work of the dragon.
You sure it wasn't a thunderboar? Are you positive?
It's dusk. It was hard to see amid the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's nighttime, you know.
So I wouldn't be surprised. Particularly now that we have this little group of monsters and enemies that are nearby.
What do you think? Should we press on a little bit more and see if we can find this place, or head back to the others?
How far did Roderick and Malek go from the camp?
About an hour down the sloping up winding path into the mountains.
Would have been very much if we could have a closer look, but that means you'll have to go while I stay up here and cover you, just in case.
All right. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, you watch my. Yeah, you stay back here. You watch my back. I'll press up a bit further down the trail, and then if I don't find anything, then we'll go back.
Go. And so Roderick pulls out his black longbow and keeps an arrow at the ready.
Okay.
I will head down a little bit further.
All right. How far do you want to go? Like,
I don't know, maybe 20 minutes.
okay, yeah. In 20 minutes, you won't find anything.
All right, then I'll turn around and go back.
Okay.
Damn.
Back where we're all congregated, I'm reading and I'll look up at Grace. I really hope they haven't split up. They seem like the type to split up, and that's the last thing you should really do in the mountains where there's a dragon about, where they can just get eaten off the ground, the prey. Really, really scary if they split up. They split up, didn't they? That's. Do you think we'll see them again?
And I would think just as it says that,
All right. So
we
it'll.
return to camp.
Yeah. So it takes about 40 minutes for Malik to kind of go off and come back, regroup with Roderick, and then another hour back to get back to the rest of the group. And it is now definitely nighttime.
Well, we didn't find anything. We traveled up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe the encampment is a little bit further than we thought. Maybe we should stay here for the night.
It will be most appropriate. Yeah.
Is there any cover here, or is it just out in the open?
It's kind of just out in the open.
Is there any cover further on where we could hide up the trail that you just went on?
I mean, maybe there would be a bit of an outcropping off of the side of a hill or something, but not really much.
No, I didn't see anything. I think our best bet is right here.
Great. But the
Yeah.
one owner will. He will be a problem.
Isel, can you cast, once we make a camp, can you cast an illusion over it so that from above it would simply look like more empty ground?
That would be absolutely wonderful if I could. As far as I know, I cannot, but hold on one second. And I'll sit down and in the book, help, I need to hide. How? Question mark. We're out in the open, if that helps.
No response.
I look
Of
up.
course.
Yeah, no, I don't know anything.
Would you make mist or
For about an hour?
not long enough to sleep? Okay. Well, then we definitely need to keep watches again, and this time, no talking during the watches.
All right.
Since you've just had that walk up and down the hill, I can take the first walk and you can get some sleep now.
All right, sounds good.
So my question is, what has the other party been doing while while Roderick and Nana came in getting ahead and Azo's been mumbling and moaning as he usually does.
Oh, we wouldn't know because we weren't there.
Well,
Right.
I think he's kind of like
Yeah.
asking like if Isel, like if he
No,
noticed.
Grace nice off.
I was just curious. I was just curious. Actually, that's all.
If Isel noticed anything, I guess, or Grace noticed anything. But
It's been quiet here.
I'll give you a freebie insight check to see if I picked up on anything, but I'm Isel, so I don't know.
I mean, everyone's just
You're
kind of,
easily on everything.
everyone's just kind of been hanging out nervously.
Oh yeah, there it is. The goose egg.
1 on insight.
I'm
Wow.
Isel. I don't know what to say. The dice couldn't favor this role more
Booking
in
gangster.
character.
So I guess if you fumble your insight check, you've decided that everyone is against you, or something like that.
I'm not sure if Isel would. I think that's Isel's like normal though. So I can't think of what's below that.
All right, so resting at the base of the mountain path. Yep.
Because we're out in the open, Isel's actually up all night without the book out, reading it, just kind of staring up.
Passes uneventfully.
Like a meditative state. Sounds like.
And then as kind of like as soon as like the earliest rays of dawn break, Alsara is up and she's like she starts like waking everyone else up and says like, "Dawn's here, let's get going."
She's a morning person, isn't she?
Well, yeah, she's also an elf. She only like meditates, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I guess we're up and off.
All right. So, are you sending out scouts again, or is everyone just going?
We're just going this time, I think.
I'd say we all just go this time.
Okay.
When we get to the ogre, I want to detect magic all up and down that bad boy.
Okay. No. Yeah. No magic really. Like it's just like
You want to check that some category? So if that is a cave roll.
some of the ice has melted a little bit, but not by very much. Like there's maybe like now like a toe and an elbow poking out of the
Okay.
ice, but
Could I roll Arcana to see if this is in fact what I suspect it to be, which is dragon breath, white dragon breath.
Well, but like when it freezes things, it's not inherently magical. Like the actual act of blasting the magic or blasting the breath, I guess, could be magic, but it's also just inherent to the dragon. So it's what I'm trying to say is like there's no way to actually confirm that is like explicitly 100% for sure dragon breath ice.
Okay. All right, great. Issa will just pretend it is and that he's right. 'Cause but okay.
But given all the signs, you know, claw marks around, ogre encased in ice, was probably
That's
a
what it looks
victim.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
It very much looks like it was attacked by the dragon.
Cool.
So I'm going to go to our little friends and say, you can see there is a dragon about here. You are going after cultists, and you said you didn't want to face the dragon. However, if you leave us now, you'll be on your own, in the wilderness, with no way of knowing where the dragon may be or when it may come. Your choice is to leave and go as far as you can, to stay here, or to come with us. If you come with us, we'll treat you as companions. If you stay here, you have the option that perhaps if we set off some kind of signal, you could do your best to make a lot of noise and make a distraction. Or, as I said, you can leave and be on your own. I think your best bet is to come with us, but if you want to stay, that's your choice.
Well, and like the Chet kind of like raises a finger and he says, well, we haven't found the encampment yet, so we'll just kind of come along until we find signs of the encampment.
Very well. Very well. You're welcome to come with us then.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over to Isla and go, Did Grace just try to intimidate the other party?
Everyone's given it a shot so far. I shot a lightning bolt. Roderick threatened to kill them all. Grace was going to leave them here. What are you going to do? Did you think about it yet?
No, I don't care enough about them.
Well, I
To
mean,
do any of that.
we've all done it. You need to think of something.
But Isla, I barely care about us. Never mind these people. I barely even know them.
Well, that should make it easier to shoot, like, I don't know, a warning arrow at them. It's not about actually being mad at them. It's about asserting our role as the dominant party.
Oh, it's like theatrics.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, most of what I do is theatrics. I try to put on a good face. I mean, I've been treating Harbin like a best friend.
Yeah, I don't know if he feels the same way about you.
Well, why not? I've been so nice to him. I've given him the courage to step outside and break free of the shackles that he trapped himself in. He's running a town in a dwarven settlement now, thanks to me and buying cows.
I don't know if courage would be the right word I would use for that. You know what? You're right. I'm going to try to think.
Is he in his house?
He is not in his house. You're correct.
That is me. I did that. That was me. Best friend.
I'm going to try to think of something. Theatrics. And I'll walk away.
If you need help, let me know. I can do fireworks. Okay.
Shh. Keep your voice down. I start heading up the trail.
All right. And then about hour and 20 minutes up along the trail, you reach a point where now looking up into the mountains, you can see the outline on kind of like set on the edge of a mountain of a dilapidated fortress or hold. And then, but from your current position, so you can see that up on the side of the mountain, up off in the distance, off kind of like to the left, there is kind of like, it's not quite stairs, but it's like kind of like rough hewn, like rock path, kind of like going back down a little bit, and back down that way, you can see that it flattens out into a larger open area in which there are stones erected into pillars in a circular formation. There's about 6 of them,
New boy.
and there is a cave entrance. And fluttering in the wind, kind of off the side of the cave, are these jagged ribbons, almost like in the shape of lightning bolts, in purple and yellow. And
Looks like our cultists.
the other party seems to be whispering amongst themselves, and then Thragos kind of like raises his voice a little bit, and he's like, "Y'all are dumb. Why don't we just share with the our friends here? Looks like the encampment's down that way."
I see this encampment, and I am very strongly against the idea of continuing toward the top of the peak and leaving these cultists behind us, so that would be could possibly trapped between the cultists and the dragon. I believe we should tackle the cultists first.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Isel wants to sit down and concentrate on turning his familiar into a hawk to send out and scout some research here, because this is looking very nefarious, and the fact that there's any type of dragon just that close, fun and games out the window, can't read a book, gotta be real. So sits down and like just starts concentrating on the find familiar spell for the moment. While everyone starts talking about what to do.
I think that right before we attack the encampment, I should cast silence on the area, and that way we'll have at least a shot of not alerting the dragon and drawing it to us.
How far does the escape go? Oh, that spell that the Triffin was talking about.
Silence?
Yes, that.
Oh,
That's the range on that is 120 feet, if I recall correctly.
Silence be cast on a thing?
It can be cast on an area, but I
Sorry,
think it could be cast on a thing. You
I'm
mean like a rock or something?
If you cast silence on my familiar, essentially it can spend its turn flying between spellcasters if there are any. This is an advanced tech.
Oh.
We don't need to even think about it yet, but I thought of a tricky play and I immediately went to research it. It's an area, right?
DM's
Uh-oh.
note. Silence is
A 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. So I guess
Yeah.
I could cast it on the hawk's beak or something like that.
well, but
Maybe.
it's a point
Yeah.
in space and not
Yeah, I
on.
think
Okay.
it's a.
Not on
All
the
right, then
creature.
no is the answer.
Yeah.
I want to be tricky. That's my whole. That's all of Isel's gameplay. Having a little tiny inch of spells, then making a mile out of it. All right. So Isel will turn Hemingway into a green hawk, send him up to start scouting. But it's like a nice dark green. A regal green? That's not really. There's no regal greens out there, but yeah, that.
Okay. Right. So last time we saw a circle of stones like that, I think that was where the thunder boar was summoned. So probably if I cast silence, it would be in the middle of that circle of stones. Just so that they can't get in there and do that same thing again.
Also, I think, I mean, if the thunder boar does, if any thunder monster comes out of there, their thunder damage will be negated. So.
Well, if it gets out of range of the sphere of silence, then they can do normal damage. But
The last time the boar got trapped inside, though. So let's hope for that again.
that's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Want to take a look inside that cave?
I'm going to check the skies above with the because there was a fort and then a cave, correct? Or did I mishear?
You said
Sorry.
there was a level, a path, and then a level area with the circle of stones and a cave.
Okay. Now I want to check. I'll check the surface if you go and scout the non-surface.
Yeah, and I'm gonna presume there's no map of the area either.
There might be. Question mark.
Okay, so the situation is so like there's the path leading through the mountains to the left, down kind of like an rough terrain path, I guess, down to a large open area with the stones and the cave. But the fortress was up in the mountains, and that was likely Icespire Hold, which is probably around where the dragon has made its lair.
Okay. That's
So practically, it's either Karathras from Lord of the Rings, that are rocky mountain pass, or the Smaug himself.
right. Knowing that, I would probably, I'll keep Hemingway as a hawk, and then we should go to the stones first, though, instead of the hold where the dragon is.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we're agreed on that. I think the entire party and the friends are agreed on that.
I'll send the hawk out to scout that as we slowly make our way down. That way, we can't be surprised by anything that's out there. I can at least give us intel on that, and then we can work our way into the cave if we need to.
Good.
I cannot cast invisibility on anyone, on everyone. I have to save it for myself.
Oh.
Why did I just realized that the cams got messed up on the stream. Let's see if I can fix that somehow. I think.
Yeah, we're all gone.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's really dark in this cave.
that's how dark it is.
That's how dark it is. We can't see anything.
What now? I still got the map up.
We're coming back, slowly but surely.
What's going on?
The cams on the stream. Shadow's trying to fix them right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because
I don't get a stream up anyway. So.
So
okay, I think that's fixed.
Yep.
Okay, so Hemingway is now a hawk trying to scout that area. That's the plan.
Looking for anyone around the circle of stones outside as we slowly make our way towards it. I assume stealthily as a group.
Yeah, before we start, I will once again chant a chant of inspiration and give inspiration to my 3 companions. Not the little ones. Sorry, I don't have enough inspiration for everybody.
Well, screw the other party. Just focus on us.
Sorry, just 1 second here. I have an important text I need to respond to.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so what is your bird friend say?
So the problem with having Hemingway become a flying creature is generally outside of my range of view. I can't just jump in to their vision, so I have to wait until I get some type of a response. it's extremely uncomfortable for me to wait for information, and so I'm just sitting here sending out little probes every about 3 seconds about what do you see? Can you come back? What is it? Is there anything dangerous? And there's no response because Hemingway knows that I get like this. So I have no choice but to wait. Also, I'm not nervous. You're nervous.
How exactly does it communicate with you?
Have you ever I'm not sure if you ever did this as a kid with other kids in your area. We would communicate through pictures on walls. It's a little bit like that, where I transcribe something onto the wall, or words or whatnot, and then Hemingway interprets that and then sends something back to me, generally an image, with vague sensory context, and then I transcribe that into my mind, and then I send. It's a little bit of like picture tag.
See, I was wondering if he actually spoke to you, and then I wanted to know what his voice sounded like.
Oh goodness, no! If he spoke to me, I wouldn't summon him. That would be horrible. The reason why I like Hemingway so much is that he's just there.
He doesn't speak. That's why you like him.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yep. You caught me on that one. I kind of walked into that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Stalwart companion. A silent, stalwart companion. Does your bow speak to you?
No, it's just a bow. It's made out of wood.
What about the magic scimitar that you have? Does that one speak?
No,
Do you
that
have
one's
anything-
no.
Nothing cursed. I figured I
No.
should check in every so often about cursed type objects with people, but you forget. Time passes. Feels like it's been like 2 years now, but it's only been a few weeks.
I believe, if I can remember correctly, it's been about a month.
Wow,
Maybe like a month and a week.
this has been a very long month.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Shadow. Does my
Yeah,
hawk
we're
anything?
just completely
we're
just
filling time
bullshitting here.
So, your hawk, Hemingway does not see anything. There's no kind of signs of life, at least kind of like out in the open area.
Okay, so yeah, when that kind of comes back to me, I'll call Hemingway back to land on my shoulder, and then I'll look over to Malik. Nothing. It looks like we're safe to go near the entrance at least.
Right then. I would like to sneak down into the circle of stones. And then if there's nobody down there, I would like to sneak into the mouth of the cave.
As you start to leave to sneak, I'd probably send Hemingway to perch on your shoulder, because then I can cast touch spells through it. And yeah, I guess I'll just. Easel knows that he's not the sneaky one. We'll wait somewhere safe near like a tree, I guess.
I get a little freaked out when he lands on my shoulder. Like, oh.
And it's very like you're used to Hemingway being a very slow, methodical mover that like licks eyeballs and doesn't really like move around or jostle too much. This version of Hemingway is like very head turny and judgmental. It seems like feather ruffles when you move too fast or too slow.
Turned into cocaine eagle.
Yeah, no, a little like on edge.
Okay, So you will all kind of approach into the open area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, sure.
Or no?
Well, I think
I'm definitely going.
Malik was going, and the non-sneaky people were going to hang back.
Okay. Well.
Unless it's like a very far distance, and then, well, I guess we have no choice at that point.
So Malik's at least going in.
Yep.
But is there a battle map of this to see, or are we doing this all?
I have a rough hewn one. Yes.
Okay.
I also got a 27 on stealth.
Oh, okay, great.
How do I? Where's my ban? Boop. Goodbye, spam bot. All right. My drawn map here.
I think it looks excellent.
Gets the job done.
That's right.
So, to flesh out what we're seeing here, so that's the path going down to the circle, and then there's the cave on the left-hand side there, right?
Correct.
And then are there trees around this, or is this a wide open area?
No, it's just kind of a wide open, like sides of hills and mountains, kind of like rough terrain around.
Right.
So,
I don't want to get, because Easel needs to be within, 100 feet, I believe, to be effective with Hemingway at all. So I'd like to get close enough, I guess, to be in that range.
Well, if these are 5-foot squares, then
Oh
you
yeah,
can
there's
hang
more
all
than
the way
enough,
back
yeah.
here.
There's definitely
Yeah.
more than enough room. It's just I want to make that clear of where I choose to be right now.
okay. So should I bring in the rest of you, or?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Easel can
And-
also attack from back there.
Right. So I have silence ready to go the minute I see any shamanistic spellcaster type looking enemies
Just hang back.
on the scene.
Beautiful. Is the friend group coming?
Yep. I'm just trying to deal with multiple things at once here.
Yeah. No worries.
Echo, can you hear me? I wonder if he's just completely.
Probably fully asleep.
Yeah, I was
He may be
gonna.
out for the count.
I was gonna try and tell him just to go to bed and that we can finish this off. He may just be right out of it. yeah.
Echo! It's me, the ghost of Christmas past! There he is.
Oops. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Man, like I know it's crazy hour for you. So like
Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah.
just go on and go get some sleep. I
need to. I haven't slept at all since I've been awake. so-
yeah. No, I completely understood. Go do what you need to do. I can deal with it from here. And there might be a very light skirmish, but it won't be anything interesting.
Light.
It's a Thunderbore. You heard it here first.
Basically, like it'll probably be over before Roderick even gets a chance to do something, unless he's the first one to act.
Oh boy.
I hate to blow the bubble, but I am so not suspecting Thunderboars. I am suspecting Druids. But with that,
Maybe.
I am gonna have to sign off because I
Yeah.
can't barely. I just fell asleep
Yeah.
in the chair so
Yeah,
hard.
take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So, people, I am sorry, but next time in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. No, isn't it next week?
Next
Yeah,
week.
next week.
Next week.
Next week.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh Lord. Yeah. It's all good. But yeah, you'll find me on Twitch and Twitter at echoalpha_x5. Beyond that, you can find me here, there, and everywhere. And until next time, you'll have a good day and have a good night. Till next time, I will be everywhere. Also,
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Night, Echo.
night.
And now that'll mess up the cams, and then we go
Only
to,
for a second.
and then transition. Hey, look at that! I think one click.
Nice. Not bad.
Well done. That's what you want.
Thank you,
that's
Zoom
the
and
dream.
OBS, for making this easy. All right, I think I got everyone in there, probably in a decent order. Malik
Good
and
enough.
Grace and Thragos kind of leading the way. Roderick and Chet, and then Elsara. No, that's Tressel, and then Elsara, and then Isol. I think I got everyone.
Super.
All right. So now that I'm closer, what do I see?
You see, I'm not sure. Like I would just describe it again. So there are these 6 pillars of stones, like basically large boulders that have kind of been like stacked on top of each other, and they get smaller as they go up. And then kind of like scratched into the ground in the middle, actually in between all of them, is a lightning bolt sigil. No, where's my free hand? Forgot to put that in. Ta-da. But that's just a kind of like a drawing on the ground. And then there's these ribbons that have kind of been like what's the actual word? Anyway, they're stuck on kind of like the edges of the cave entrance on the left. And you think you maybe hear sounds coming from inside the cave, but there's nothing really going on out here.
Then
Okay.
I am going to skirt around this way towards the mouth of the cave and not go in here. Stay on the
Good plan.
outside. On the outside of these things.
Mm-hmm. So, you can kind of hear some voices in the distance inside the cave speaking in Orcish.
Can I peek around the corner and see if I can see in?
Yes.
I'll do that.
Okay. All right. So, reveal areas. And I guess as you're kind of then looking in, give me a stealth check.
All right, I can do that. $22.
Oh, 22 for stealth.
Nice.
Nicely done. So, they won't notice you. So at least from your current vantage point, kind of looking into the cave, you can kind of see like a rough setup of some uh, chairs and a table and maybe a couple cots back along the back wall. But primarily, what you see are some orcs and one of the cultists dressed up in his fancy robes. And they seem to be discussing something in Orcish.
I'll look back to everybody in the party, and I'll put up 3 fingers, right? And then I'll put my pinkies up right near my mouth like this. And then I'll put my hand up again and put up 1 finger, and then give the middle finger.
Okay. And
Does anybody can anybody figure out what I'm doing?
Thragos.
Well, I think this was boar tusks, so there's one person who can summon boars.
So Thragos, who's kind of like by Grace, kind of like leans down and like tries to whisper at Grace, be like, "What's he trying to communicate? Is it like he sees 3 something with tusks?"
I think it's 3 lesser creatures and 1 more serious foe. That's about what I got.
And he'll just
That's
kind
close
of
enough.
nod. And then there's a kind of a light whisper as it passes back through the group, just in case anyone who may not have understood.
And then I will point at myself and give the thumbs up. And then I'll point at myself and do the should I not do it?
When you start to do this, the moment your hand goes across your throat, you go invisible.
Ooh.
Because Isel thinks that you're in danger.
Oh yeah, and the bird's on my shoulder. That's right. So
Yeah.
you can do the touch spell. Okay.
So I
So
saw
I'm
him.
gonna keep doing that because I don't realize that I'm invisible. So I'm like, what do you? Hey, is it yes or no? What's going on here?
Well, I think you could probably take 3 normal things, but I don't know about the other one. So I'm going to start moving up.
Okay.
Let's see. I will look at the little ones, the little friends, and put my hand up, to them, and just head on up myself, and probably bump into you once you move out of the way.
Okay.
Do you move out of the way, or do I touch you and realize you're there?
Hey, Grace, what are you doing? I'm right here.
I can't see you.
You can't see me.
You're invisible.
Oh my! You're right. You're right. I am. All right. This will make things a lot easier. Yeah, I'm gonna head in. You should probably stay right here because they'll be able to see you, but they won't see me. I'm gonna head in,
I'll have a spell ready.
and then
So
I'll move
I
in.
prepare. Yeah, I prepare the silent spell because I still don't know what's in there, but probably shamans or whatever the orc sorcerer wizard magic user is called.
And Isel gets closer to the oh no, that's I think detect magic is concentrate. Oh, I can just do it at will though. No, it's still concentration. That's not gonna work. Alright, never mind.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just refreshing myself on something here. Alright, so you are invisible, but you're not silent. So
Oh, you want a stealth check?
Yeah, stealth check, please.
You get advantage because of invisibility, correct?
How's a
Oh.
28.
how's a natural 20?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, alright. You're good then.
I'm actually gonna stay right there because I feel like if I move in, then they'll. Although,
So you've come in a little further, so you can see a little bit further down.
because if I'm right here, then I'm gonna block everybody behind me.
Maybe you better move a little farther in.
Yeah, I'm gonna move in to here.
Aha. Okay.
Roderick would like to hide.
Alright. So you see this entire crew of 2 of the shaman cultists, and there should be 5 orcs, kind of minions there, and then the cave goes down, and you can see that it then kind of like slopes down, and then it probably exits out the back.
I'm gonna move just one more. I'm gonna sneak over just a tiny little bit, and then I am going to draw my longbow, and I'm gonna shoot this guy right here.
Okay, roll for initiative.
Oh, I don't get
Him?
I don't get
We'll get the surprise round, all right.
a surprise round.
They will all be surprised, but if you're going to take any kind of attack action against them, then we need to go into initiative.
Okay.
So all of us.
Yep.
9 is
Okay.
hold on. 9 is Easel, and then I'm gonna click on this thing, and then
Always do
for
this wrong.
Roderick.
There we go. That's fine.
Is gonna show up as no, it'll just do that.
I clicked on the turn order. Wait, what's happening? But no oh, I have to select the token. Oh my god. All right, hold on.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Can I just assign previous rolls to my? Okay.
Okay. Well, here, hold on. I can get it. Turn Easel, and then Easel is an 11. Or no,
Easel was a 9.
Easel
and then
is a 9, and then
Roderick is
Roderick
the
is the
11.
11. Okay.
Coming out with my big dice rolls on this. 2 5s.
Roderick is up there. Roderick is an 11. Okay. Alright, so we have Malik with a 10, Easel with a 9. Okay, and then I need the rest of them.
I got a 22, so you need to move me up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get them all entered first, and then I can do a sort.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I realize now, looking at all of them, that they're in perfect lightning bolt formation. This would have been Easel's time to shine.
Yeah, like if you were where Malik is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I understand now.
It would have been dead. That, or if Malik had the lightning bolt spell, that would have been it. Would have been over. They're all just sitting there minding their business, and then a horizontal lightning bolt just sweeps across most of them out of nowhere. It feels like a not great day.
Oh, I'm a dumb. I don't even have my enemies in here yet.
Oh, it's just all allies.
Okay. Turn. Can I do
All
this?
good guys.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one of these is missing.
Oh, many dudes.
Yep. Okay.
I'm dealing with the super high initiatives in this combat. We have 2 over 15. Oh yeah.
And that. Okay. Well, luckily they all rolled horribly, and they will be surprised.
Which one were you shooting at again, Malik?
The far
Where should-
one.
Yeah, this
Far
one.
Okay.
The
Right.
far cultist.
I think I measured it out, and Roderick can get just to the first cultist. So you're probably just gonna see blood explosion in a second.
Okay, so now I've got the turn order with all the initiatives sorted. So technically in this turn order, Grace goes first, then Chet, then Roderick, then Alsara, and then Malik. So,
But Malik shot first. Did you do that damage already?
No.
okay, so I guess I'll maybe just make this so like, all right, Malik, make that attack then.
All right. There's a 14 hit.
14 against this.
It's awful low.
That just hits.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
nice.
Oh,
For 9 piercing.
Good deal.
And then I'm going to shoot him again. Does a 19 hit
Yep, 19 definitely hits.
for 10 more. So 19 damage altogether on that guy.
19 altogether. Okay.
Yeah. With both shots.
Yeah, thank you.
And let's see.
All right.
As
I believe taking that attack makes the invisibility drop.
Yep.
The moment you took the first attack, you're
Yep.
now visible.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I'm gonna stay right there. But actually no, that's all I'm gonna do. Just those two attacks.
Okay.
Alright. Can I hear the thrum of that bowstring, or does perchance the orc shaman let out a cry when he is hit?
No, you would hear that. I don't know exactly what your vantage point is for seeing in. Like, are you still kind of like back away from the entrance? So you're.
If I heard that, I'm going to go on in.
Sure.
So,
Okay. Yeah. And then
5.
you would hear the cry out of the cultist going ah and being hit by an arrow right in his shoulder.
Right, okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I had silence readied.
'Kay.
So I'm going to cast it. Let's see. I'll cast it. 20-foot radius. 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I'll cast it on this square.
Okay.
So I will not be silenced, but this guy will. So that's it. I move and I cast silence.
Silence is 20-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that just misses you. Okay. Good.
Right.
Yeah. And then it'll get him, and then Malik will be in it though. I think on the edge of it, and some of those
That's
ones
all right.
above.
That's
'Kay.
fine.
All right. So that area. Can I? Can you ping that spot you wanted the center of the signs again, please? Right there? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so edge there. All your outs off in there. 20 there. And the bottom of the cave, but okay. Roughly. All right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So then that will be Grace's turn, or like, you did use up all of your movement to get into there.
I did.
So
Mm-hmm.
okay. All right. Then we will move on to next in the order is Chet. Way back there. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's really only able to get up to there. Roderick. Okay, so Hoodie, do you want to handle Roderick?
Yeah. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hidden. Sneak attack.
Yeah,
Assassin.
they didn't know Roderick was there, so yeah, that will all.
And this is a surprise, correct? So this counts as a critical?
Yes.
Okay.
So that'll be.
Gotta double check. Shocking dagger. Advantage. Submit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does the 27 hit?
Yeah. 27 will hit.
All right. So that's
So
the
then-
shocking dagger.
Yeah.
And then 3, 4. What's the d6?
And
that
then-
I roll?
And then it'll be sneak attack. So sneak attack should be, I think it's the 3d6 for level 6.
I think so. I think that sounds right.
And then,
That's not great.
but because it's a assassinate, so it's a critical, so it's plus another 18.
Oh.
Right. Right. Plus another 18.
Oh, plus then also, it'll be.
So, 18.
Plus 4 plus 6 from, because you would get
Yeah, it's the
a
full.
normal max damage from the dagger plus the rolled damage.
So 7 plus 18 plus 4 plus 6 is 35.
35.
So 35 altogether is what we're saying?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Now has a spurt of blood coming out of like the edge of his neck. Like, but well, obviously there's no sound.
And then bonus action dash away
Yep.
back out of the cave.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. For reference, Roderick has mobile for feet.
Oh my god. All right.
So
That's
Just-
crazy.
yeah, he's
Should that give this orc an opportunity attack on him as
They're
he runs away?
surprised.
They're surprised,
I do not
so
believe.
wouldn't get one. Yep.
Right. Okay.
All right, so yeah, that's Roderick.
Yeah. Roderick is a sneaky, speedy boy.
Mm-hmm.
1,000,000 damage.
So that cultist is visibly injured. Roderick ran away after dealing all that damage. And then we'll go to... Okay, so that's Elsara, the ranger. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess we'll put her there. And then we would go to what would be Malik's turn. Yeah, sure. Do you want to take your turn then, Malik? Oh, I'm not hearing you.
You're muted.
That's because I muted myself.
Okay.
All right, I will shoot that guy again then.
Okay.
Hold on, let me pull up my thing. So
I'm always a little wary on how to run that when, like, you're, like, yeah. Anyway, I'll let you have this turn. Go ahead. Sorry, were you gonna say something, Hoodie?
No, it's like I don't know. I would probably run inciting incident, and then initiative.
Yeah.
I guess because without the inciting incident, like nothing can really kick off.
I think technically rules as written, it's not supposed to be that way, but
Yeah,
it
you're
feels
definitely supposed to roll initiative.
Yeah, it feels better this way. All right, so that's 19 with 14 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
How's he looking?
In like visibly injured.
I'm gonna shoot him again then.
Yep, but he's still standing. Okay, shoot him again.
We walked in and just are trying to murk the two spellcasters. So
Right.
Yeah,
18 hits?
18 hits.
All right.
oh
For
dang.
11 more.
Okay.
And this one, since he's already hurt, I'm
Oh.
gonna dump Colossus Slayer in
Okay.
for another 4.
Okay. He's still alive.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna stay right there.
We get one more turn of doing this.
Okay. Then we will go on to Isol, all the way back at the back of the group, way down the path.
Is everyone moving up? What's going on? Is there did they start? Then I'll Isol just walk forward. What's going on in there?
On the path, please.
No, fine. Well, is it like unwalkable outside of the path?
Well, it's steep. Like, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Then Issa will stay. Right there at the.
It's like
Actually, no, because I can't really do anything else, anyways. So bonus action dash to kind of like squeeze around to get a good view line. Like right there would be nice. There's 100 feet in front of him, just in case, you know.
Nicely far back. Yes.
He wants to cast another lightning bolt at some point, but it's fine. We're very far away. It'll be great. I can see in. Oh yeah, look at it. That's beautiful.
Can you see that arrow I'm making, or what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
If they clump up, it's over.
Yeah. Technically, you have viewpoint there.
Yep.
'Cause you,
Very
yeah,
excited.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
See, now is when bouncing off of stone would have done me a lot of good for lightning bolt.
All right. But you're not doing anything, or
That's
you?
it. That's all I can
Okay.
do. I got a dash
Right.
to get.
Right. Bonus
the
action
position.
for the dash. Okay.
Yep.
And then we've got the barbarian. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay, so he'll get up to here. All right. Then we've got. Oh, I'll put Tressel first. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, move her up here. actually, she'll be one space back because she's. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll have all the enemies.
Can't really do much. They're surprised.
And then this one up here that Malix has been shooting at. He will. Whoops.
What you gonna do?
Yeah. Okay. So he will tap on the shoulder of the orc in front of him here. And like throw a thumb back this way and then book it out beyond the edge of the map.
Oh, damn.
Lord.
What? Oh, I did the wrong one. Anyway, then this other one down in front. Can't do spells, can't do that.
Oh, but does he know that he can't do spells? Does he know about the silence spell?
I thought that they were surprised.
Oh,
They can't move or take actions?
correct. Thank you. I am a dumb. I forgot. They are surprised. They just can't do anything, actually. So, can't move or take an action. Yep. Alright. So they just don't do anything. They'll pass through all of this. Being surprised and unable to do anything. Yep, silly GM. Yep. My bad. Good thing I have players to keep me on my toes. And
Hey?
then we'll go back around to Grace.
Okay, I am maintaining my silence spell with concentration, and most of my other spells, it turns out, make a lot of noise, and I still don't want to attract the dragon, even in this cave. I'm worried about that. So I am just going to move up here and attack. Well, wait, should I use my crossbow? But I'm really not good with the crossbow. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to move up and attack the nearest orc.
Okay.
With my sword. Staying just out of the silence sphere. Okay. I don't have advantage or anything this do I?
No. Okay. So, an 11
Alas.
on an orc is not quite enough. So, your stab with the rapier just kind of like gets deflected by its hide armor. Anything else? So, because you're still trying to keep concentration on silence.
Cantrip is an action, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else. Well, I could use my luck, actually.
Ah, right.
So
Yes. You
is
are
it worth
lucky.
using one of my 3 luck points per day on this?
I mean, if you have 3, might be worth 1. Maybe.
Okay, so this is pretty much morning, right? Or no, we pressed on.
No, we rested.
It
so
would be
yeah,
like
this would be morning.
Yeah, it would be mid-morning. Yeah.
Right, so it would be another whole day, another long rest before I would get any luck points back. And I really want to save my luck against the dragon. So no, I'll just miss.
Okay. All right. Then the friend. Come up to here. Roderick. So hoodie. Do you have an idea of what
Bonus
you want?
action, hide. Stealth, normal. I'm assuming 26 is gonna do it. And then dart in and stab, which should be at advantage because it still hasn't taken a turn in this combat yet.
Well, it has taken a turn. It's just that on its turn it was surprised.
Oh, also, I'm hidden. That's
But you
why
are,
it works.
but you are
okay.
hidden. But so then it'll still, it'll still be critical from the assassinate on that. So.
Okay, so 28.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Then 36. Oh, I don't think it's a critical anymore because it would be.
Oh.
It's no longer surprised. The surprise condition is worn off.
So 8.
10 plus 14, 24.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you are correct. Okay, so it'll just be sneak attack damage. So 10, 20, 24 damage. All right.
So that's a respectable amount so far. And then, he's just going to stand there. I can't. That's it. Spend all the actions trying to just kill this dude.
The cultist is severely injured, but still alive.
Actually, he's going to scoot over. No, he wouldn't know. That's metagaming too hard. I'm not going to do that. No thanks.
I guess he could. I guess Roderick could offhand attack.
No, I used bonus action to hide to start the turn.
Oh,
yeah.
Ah, gotcha. Right. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Right, yeah.
All right. And we're on the ranger. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Whoops.
So it'll just go up to the cave entrance and get in Esel's way.
Yep. But then she can see stuff going on in there, and she has a bow. So she will take a shot at the... critical hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
We were destined to stomp on these dudes.
So, okay, so that's, well, if that'll be 8. Yeah, 8 damage from the longbow. So yeah, that she killed the cultist.
Awesome.
Then we go to Malik.
I'll look over at her and I'll point and I'll go, "Good job!" But, it's that nothing comes out because I'm in the cone of silence.
So once again, I'm trying to whittle away this guy
Yep.
right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot at him, and hopefully that'll be enough.
I guess you couldn't even cast Hunter's Mark because of the silence.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's all right though.
He'll be fine.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
How about 9 damage?
He's still standing.
Jesus. All right, I'm gonna shoot him again.
Okay.
I had like 20 arrows poking out of his chest at this point.
Does a million hit
23 hits.
for 11 more, and I might as well dump Colossus
Oh.
Slayer into this one too for 1.
Yeah, okay. It's dead.
All right.
That's 6 arrows, just like straight in like a small area. Yeah, got Boromir'd. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll point at his dead body and I'll yell something very, very profane that nobody hears. 'cause
Nobody. Okay.
Hemingway ruffles feathers at your body language.
And yeah, I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay. Issa.
Will I? So, I don't know how magic attacks work. I don't know if cover is a part of that, and I don't know what shooting.
Depends
past.
on the spell.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast.
Oh.
I know Magic Missile.
Let me pull that up here. Oops, if I can.
Does not have that.
spell.
It's
No,
a
Rich.
spell ranged attack.
Ranged spell attack. Beam of
There it is.
crackling energy. So yeah, if they're in the way, you would hit them
Okay.
because it's effectively the same as if you were trying to fire an arrow or something like that.
But okay. All right.
An arrow of eldritch energy.
But I can see. Oh no! How?
Or shooting
How I
shooting
make
a laser,
lines.
basically, right? So
Yeah. How I vision things. But I can see in there.
well, kind of. The cave entrance isn't that big.
Say for instance, because a 30-foot cube.
What? What about a 30-foot cube?
Can I see this point right here?
Back there.
What about on this wall, this back wall here? How tricky can I get? What will you allow? No, I probably won't do anything. I'll probably hold. I will hold my turn to shoot out Eldritch Blasts if what's her name? What's her name? I have it written down. Elsara. If Elsara moves, I will shoot Eldritch Blasts through the opening, but only if the opening is clear.
Hey, what was that? What had you done on your previous turn? Remind me.
I just moved. I dashed.
Okay,
to
yeah,
here.
you only moved. You haven't cast anything from here yet.
Nope,
Okay, no. Yeah,
and I haven't yet. But I'm
technically,
holding my turn.
technically,
Actually-
you can kind of like see like that there is the entrance to the cave, but you can't really like get a good line of sight actually into the cave because of
Right, then-
the pillar of stones that you're currently behind and like the edge of the cave entrance and yeah.
I'm gonna pivot to be even more Esol, and I will immediately become disinterested in the fight, and immediately start checking out these stones and cast detect magic on them.
Okay. There is a faint trace of transmutation magic.
Can I see? Is there like a perimeter to this magic? Or is it in the stones, or is it like on the ground in a circle?
Like the circle made by the ring of stacked stones, and then like the outline of the sigil. on the
Okay.
on the ground.
Can I have a sigil on the ground? But there, it doesn't look like if I cross like into the stone area, right? It doesn't look like I would activate anything.
No.
I'm gonna. Easel's got to do it. He's gonna walk in and try and rough up the stone, the carving of the lightning bolt into the ground to mess up whatever summoning thing this might be.
Okay. Yep. You were able to scuff the drawing in the dirt. So yeah.
Because we ran into it
break
before. I don't feel like I'm metagaming here. I feel like this is Easel knowledge at least.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, great. I feel like I contributed here. That's the end of his turn.
Okay.
Easel literally kicked dirt in this combat. Nice.
10, 15, 20, 30. Alrighty. So, Thragos will come charging in, kind of like squeezing past Alsara, and kind of like get inside the cave, and then just kind of like look around, but he doesn't have anything within range to bop with his hammer, so he'll just kind of stand around doing nothing.
I love the idea of him like grabbing the axe and yelling, and then having to squeeze back. Oh, excuse me. And then right back at it.
Yeah. 15, 20, 25, 30. And Tristelle just kind of comes up and hangs out by the rest of them, but isn't able to do anything else yet. Oh, that is dead. That's also dead. Hey, what the heck? There we go. Now, orcs. Actually able to do something now. Okay. They run away.
We did just walk in and just assassinate two dudes in front of them. I would run away as well.
The guy I tried and failed to hit runs away. I should get an opportunity attack on him.
No, so actually the one in front of you, because he's engaged in combat, will try and swing back at you.
Fair enough.
With a 17.
I will use cutting words. Wait, what is my armor? Sorry, just a second.
Yep.
Just 15. So, yes, I will use cutting words and tell him that all his friends are dead or cowards, and he is going to die very soon, and he should just kill himself.
So make him poop
he
himself.
won't kill himself, of course. I'm not casting suggestion or something, but he definitely should get a merit for that. What is it? So
subtract the roll from one.
So right,
bardic
so I
inspiration die.
roll D8 and subtract that from his ability check. So let me just type that in.
Actually, did you drop silence? Because he's currently inside the silence.
I can still talk.
Yeah, but he can't hear you.
I can. Oh, he can't hear me. Dang.
I believe so. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that.
No, you're right. He can't hear me.
Okay.
In that case, I will spend one of my luck points. which does hang on, roll a d20 and then choose whether the attack uses the attacker's roll or yours. So I will just roll a d20. Where is that? And a 12 will not hit me.
Well, okay, so
Oh.
just a second here. Because it's roll a d20 and uses the attacker's roll or yours. Okay, so here's the thing. It has a +5 to its attack rolls.
Oh. Okay. Well then, I
So
guess it gets a 17 either
that
way.
that's still a 17.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just fated that I should get hit now.
uh,
What's the damage?
unless Hoodie, do you have any input otherwise? So you would be...
I there's nothing to be done here.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty
Yeah.
rock solid.
Okay.
No,
All right.
that sounds right. My last campaign I took the luck feat, and yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right. So Grace will get hit with a slash from the orc's great axe and take 6 slashing damage.
Very well. Noted.
And then it will stay where it is. And then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so this orc gets back to there. That one's running away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, that one's right behind it. That one's also running away. Alright, and then it's actually Grace's turn.
And I will strike back at him with my rapier. And a 12 probably isn't going to do it.
Nope. AC 13.
Right. Okay, I will move and maneuver around him. Or wait, no, that would put me in silence. Nope. Even though I'm not spellcasting it. At the moment, I'm
You
just
got
gonna
hit.
stay right where I am.
Oh, concentration.
Yeah.
Oh, concentration is gone, so silence is gone.
Well,
So
you need to roll a d20 for concentration.
Oh, okay, all right. Just straight d20. Or-
Constitution modifier
or-
added to it.
What is my constitution modifier? 1. Okay.
How much damage was
It was
she hit
6
for?
6 damage.
Okay, so anything over 10. Okay, never mind. All right.
Alright.
So I rolled a 3.
Yeah, so
Which-
that's the taking that damage then breaks your concentration.
Okay,
So silence is then dropped.
right. Silence is dropped, so I'm gonna move around here so the little friends can get in behind me.
Okay.
And that's it. That's my turn.
What? Oh, right, because of the 12 missed. Right. Okay. Okay. All right. Then we go into friendos. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He can make that. And will land a hit. For
That's Chet, correct?
yeah, halfling rogue
Nice.
for 6 piercing damage. And then an offhand attack, also double dagger.
Chet get sneak attack on this?
No. Or well, actually, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should
because
get sneak attack.
also engaged with. Yeah. Oh, good point. Okay, so he is level 3, 2d6. That's another 7 damage. Okay, and then with the offhand attack. Dang.
Clean it up?
Yeah, he killed it.
Nice.
Alright. Combat is, well, I guess there's still those 2 running away and the 2 that you can't see. So, alright.
These guys aren't so useless after all. These folks.
This one. Goodbye. Okay. Alright. Well, so that was Chet's turn. Then we've got Roderick. Would Roderick chase them down? Probably.
Rado could take a what? Yeah, hand crossbow.
But Roderick is also speedy. Like, his base speed is now 40 due to mobile.
The problem is, yeah, he'd probably just stab. I think. Can't get any fun. I can't get any fun tricks out of this though. 10, 35. You know what? Go in and stab. Why not?
Okay.
Fucking dagger.
Rolling,
Where are you?
rolling.
Boop. Boop.
16. That's a hit.
12 damage.
Okay.
I guess a bonus action attack. This feels unwise but moderately reckless. That's fine. That's how that was supposed to work.
Like the bonus action offhand attack? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does natural 20 hit?
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. So it should be +6 instead of +2.
Plus.
Okay, so that would be
So 14 because it's the
Oh.
damage die
Right. Yeah.
plus the 8.
all right. So 14 and 12 before it is 26 points.
Okay. It dead.
Yay!
Roderick says a
cleaning up.
cool one-liner. Yeah.
This one. Oh, this one. Okay. All right. 30. Okay, so she'll come into here and try and snipe the one running away down past Roderick's shoulder. Kind of right along the edge of the cavern wall
With-
there. Huh?
And like with the remainder of Roderick's movement, can he like sloop up against the wall?
To the other side or
Yeah.
what?
Can he like with the remainder? He has 5 feet of movement left. Can
Yep.
he like
Yeah.
lean against the wall to make it easier?
Sure. I guess I will allow that. Okay. Dang, she got 2 criticals. The first one was a critical, this one's also a critical. Okay, so that'll be... Roll the other damage. So 17 damage. 17 damage. So she picks it off clear in the back of the head, driving it directly into its brain, instantly killing it.
Nice.
So, yeah, all of the visible ones are all just dead. And there were
There were a couple that ran away.
And there were
already,
2 that
right?
ran off down beyond off the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at least at this point, like, okay, well, I'll switch it to Malik's turn. Malik, do you, like, so you know that there are 2 running away that you can no longer see. Do you think you would go after them, or would you end? Like, and I guess basically, like, I'm trying to decide here, like, should I be, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. I'm ending initiative.
If that's happening, can Isilk step a little bit out of the circle and then cast Major Image of a Thunderboar?
Okay.
Like the crackle electricity comes down and the Thunderboar springs up, and you hear from outside, "Ah, that's 1 gold for me!"
So, just so you know, because I know it's late and you probably want to end.
Yep.
And we can end here. That's fine.
Yep.
But I absolutely want to double dash after those guys.
Okay.
So we can start. We can pick up there next time with a brand new initiative or anything like that if you want to do that.
Okay, sure. Yeah. This got yeah. 8 adventurers versus that, and getting surprised kind of made that go a little bit differently than how I thought it might go.
Surprise is real strong.
Yeah. Malik was a little sneakier than I anticipated.
You get that little bit of invisibility on you.
Right?
That's how you do it.
All right. Yeah. So we will basically end there then, I guess, because it is 12:20 now, I guess, Eastern
Oh,
time.
dang.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am pleased with how that went, though. Yeah.
Nice to be back at it.
Right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Gonna get the D&D juices flowing again.
Excuse me. All right. Well, Okay. Well, I guess we'll just go on. Triff, how did you feel about tonight's session? And do you have any other things that are going on that you want to plug or anything like that?
I really enjoyed tonight's session. We got some good role play in with talking to the dear little friends and trying to convince them to help us out. And I enjoyed the side bits and the little midnight conversations. And then we got to do combat at the end, and so I just had a great time playing tonight. Really enjoyed getting back together with everybody and playing. CQ was kind enough to write a little song for us in the comments. So if we can come back again around to me at the end, I will try and sing that for everyone.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, I'll sing it later when everyone else has talked.
Oh, I see it. I think. Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. Remind me. All right. And then Echo had to take off, but we're always pleased to have him when he's able to join us. Hoodie stepped up to take care of some turns for Roderick there, but Roderick got some damage in, so that was pretty good.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so, Hoodie, do you have any thoughts or anything on tonight's session? And when do I get to see you play Outer Worlds DLC next?
Probably right after this. I think I was cleaning my is the weirdest thing to talk about during D&D. I was cleaning my Brita filter today, my little jug of Brita water, and I was thinking about the Outer Wilds, and I think I solved it. So I'm gonna play immediately after this because I think I know how to do the last 2 locks on the casket.
Okay.
I think, but I don't know. But I think.
Exciting.
So that's after this. Whenever this ends, I'll probably start that up and immediately pop into it. I like playing D&D. I like playing Easel. It's always fun. It's never not fun. It's great. It's a good time. I have fun here, and it's fun to watch everyone just stomp on nerds. That's great. I enjoy that. I hope we stomp on the nerd of the dragon. I think that the dragon's gonna be a big nerd. I'd love to stomp on it. So just waiting for that.
Man, I had written all this stuff out for how I thought, like, I wanted stuff to go, and so that, you know, some things that would probably happen at either the end of this session or the beginning of next session. Now it might not work out that way.
Yeah, I my recent campaign, I wrote, they found themselves in a magical carnival. It travels, part of the payroll. Anyways, they found themselves in the middle of it, and I wrote up this very long list of like rules and how it all worked, and like all the different places they could go and visit. And then they spent like an hour of the campaign of the session just talking about how much they didn't want to go visit it. And I'm like, I put so much work into this. You have to go. You have to go outside. I'm gonna force you outside if you don't go. So yeah, so that was fun. So just players, man, they don't do anything that you want them to do ever for any reason. So that was great. It's a good time. It's D&D in a nutshell.
All right, cool. Well, I'm excited to see some more Outer Wilds. So, you were saying that in your campaign that there was some Fae stuff with the carnival. Did you use that new book? Is that out yet? Did you use anything from that?
No, I didn't. I made it all up myself because I'm insane.
I'm pretty sure there is something about a carnival in the Fae realm in there.
So this is, you can't. There's no extra planar travel in my whole setting.
Okay.
They're all locked off. So the remainders, the people that got shut into the material plane, have to essentially make their own pocket realities of their plane that exists in the world. And the Fae one takes the shape of a fair that turns anyone that goes into it into a child. So yeah, no, that's fun. It's good. It's a good time.
Okay, fair enough. I was
Yep.
interested, so. And
I'll buy any
I've
book.
missed a couple sessions of your campaign. Sometimes I try and have it on in the background when I'm doing chores and stuff on Sundays, but
We are about to get a new player. There's about to be a giant time skip, and I'm about to really throw an axe into my players' plans. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. I enjoy it so much.
all right. Well, thank you. Oh God, do you have any thoughts about tonight's session? And do you have anything else going on that you want to mention?
No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It was like we all get to interact with each other. We all got some RP with each other. We all got some RP with the NPCs. We got some fighting. It was a little bit of everything. It was nice. It was nice to come back to.
Mm-hmm. And,
Also, if it makes you feel any better, I was listening to a podcast where a DM was talking about his game, and he said he had a game where he had a binder that was as thick as the novel The Stand of all stuff that he wrote. It was all his own world. It all took place on this dock, and he had character backstories and like different hooks to go here and different hooks to go there and all this different stuff. And he said the first game, his players said, "I want to charter a boat and go across the ocean."
Yep, that's it. That's all it takes. And every time.
And he said he closed his binder and put it to the side and went, "All right, so you charter a boat and go across the ocean."
My D&D notes for like the broad strokes have gone from being like miles and miles of notepads on my computer to being like, well, if they go here, do these things. And if they go here, do these things. And if they go here, punish them intently. Do nothing but punish them the entire time to prove that they shouldn't go the wrong way.
Yeah.
And force them like an animal that you're trying to train to follow the clues. So that's it's just me going insane slowly in notepads.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like, when I'm coming up with like some of this like off-book stuff, like a lot of it is basically just like jot notes and like stuff of like if this happens or this, or like I have these enemies, but like it's nothing really too in depth. I learned that the hard way with running a home IRL campaign a couple years ago, because I was like, I'm not putting this amount of work into this anymore, because it's just going completely the other way.
Throw some enemies at them and named NPC, you're good. You're good for like 3 sessions.
Or when
You'll
they
be more than fine.
Yeah, or when it's like supposed to be like some like nameless NPC who's just like shows up for like 2 lines and then it's supposed to be gone, and then they decide that they want to try and be friends with them and like go more with them, and it's like, ah!
I made the mistake of calling one of my NPCs Chad McRaddington. That's it. That's a permanent NPC now. That is a fixture in the game forever. Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I would kill for that character. That character's my best friend now.
I made him like a terrible valley boy on purpose, so they didn't want to talk to him. And then they're like, "Well, now we hate him. We gotta kill him." I'm like, "Dude, what? You walked into a town and you just want to kill a guy because he's a weirdo? That's horrible." They're like, "Well, he's named Chad McRaddington. He had to come." I'm like, "This is insane. You're all insane. I don't get it." It's the same thing with cutting a horse in half. Never heard the end of that.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for stick around. We'll try and maybe see if there's someone to raid. I doubt Hoodie will probably be up in time for us to actually go over there. Well, I can tell everyone, maybe I'll just say everyone go watch Hoodie after this for Outer Wilds.
I'm probably going to finish it. I'm going to slam dunk my brain, big brain as I clean the Brita filter. There we go.
Yes, so Triffid, the song.
Right, so courtesy of Configuration Queen. Cultists and dragons and beer in tall flagons, sneaking and hawk spies and hexadecagons, shadow crew showing them how it is done, snooties whom we saved from future of stone, adventuring, so alluring, let's play D&D. On our Vanilla Runs community stream, it's Wednesday night. Yay! Thanks, Configuration Queen.
Hooray!
Very nice.
Well done. And thank you, Rock God, for being on the ball for banning that spam bot.
Yes.
So, of course, we are the Shadow Crew. You can find all of our stuff from the Shadow Crew command in chat. I will put that in here. And with that, this campaign is hosted on Arvin Eleron's channel. So be sure to check out all of Arv's stuff. You can do !Arv things to get most of Arv's things. You can do !Arv shop to find the merchandise shop. You can do !Icarus to learn more about his graphic novel. !Library to learn more about his 5e adventure and sourcebook with lots of contributions from other authors. You can do !Greyshade KS to find out that there is an upcoming Greyshade Literary Universe Kickstarter happening sometime soon, TM. And
Also, Rebel Crown is on Friday night. And D&D with IMV, Eberron is on Saturday.
Awesome. Be sure to come back around our channel for those. And of course, !BLM for Black Lives Matter, because we want to continue to assert and affirm the importance of Black lives. And we will keep on doing this because it just needs to be said. And also, !Help Now for mental health assistance and suicide prevention and those kind of things. I have that link. Because
I'll have to put up a photo of there's a huge mural in the city that I live in that says Black Lives Matter, and each letter is probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet tall, and they had different artists from the city do each letter. So it was kind of cool. It was like a big collaboration.
Nice.
Yeah.
And yes, if all goes according to plan, which nothing's known otherwise at this point, we should be back next week at about 7:15. Oh, we lost Triff. 9:15 p.m. Eastern time next week. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. I won't be putting off the raid because everyone should go watch Hoodie play Outer Wilds, unless you're afraid of spoilers. All right. Good night.
Major spoiler warning. It's like the end, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
See everybody next week.